B-boy. From the old to the new, still a B-boy. Too bold for the school, still a B-boy. East Coast to the West, B-boys worldwide. We supposed to be blessed, still a B-boy.
This week we talked to a horrorcore legend, one of the first artists to mix horror movie dark lyrics with hip hop. This West Coast rapper has been putting out music for over 30 years, from his early group to now with LSP. Welcome, Insane Poetry. What's up, man?
Salute, bro. Yes, sir.
What are some of your earliest memories of hearing hip hop?
Truth be told, my first experience was with hip hop. Like, I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Keep it way 100. I think it was The Message. I heard The Message by. I had heard hip hop prior to that, but when I recognized what we were doing, what it was, is at this time. And in The Message, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. I was actually in Chattanooga, Tennessee, 8th grade, and I heard it, and it touched me differently because it was not music I was listening to had singing in it. It was no rap, nothing, like in that level. And it was like, I was so captivated by just putting the bar, just the words, and it was like, it was totally a different thing for me. And I immediately, like a magnet, like a moth to the flame, bam, that shit happened. It was like, it's crazy because once I dug deeper into how that even originated, I realized that, okay, the message was there. There was Deborah Harry that did, a certain joint that, like, a lot of people, was fucking with the eclectic East Coast artists, be it, people pen art or breakdanced or DJ'd, even before I was doing, before I really got serious, like playing rapping, I was a DJ, so I was known to be a DJ before I was rapping, but I started rapping when trying to rap, let's say, when I heard that song by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. It's so crazy because I was really into graffiti art. Shout out to my man Hags from the Boogie Down. Hags, or no, I don't know. I got it wrong. He's from Flatbush. He was from Flatbush, Brooklyn. Not my bad. But he was out here in LA, or out in LA at the time when I met him, and he was just so intricate with his style, and he liked what I was doing, hip hop, and I DJ'd, and my brothers from Chicago, my man Shakespeare, he was like, he dressed up like Kid and Play. He had the gun be joint, the whole the polka dot shit with the hard shoes and the shorts. He didn't look. He was that style of hip hop, but he sounded like LL Cool J. It was crazy because you knew, oh, if I was to battle rap you, bro, I would eat you, until he spoke. And once he spoke, he was like, oh shit, you forgot about all the shit he was wearing. You just thought he was all in your grill, aggressively beating you. It's like battle rap to this day. He was doing that then. It's like so dope. Man, he didn't even look the part. And it was like, me and him got together because we was with the aggressive style. He what they call EDM now is called house music in Chicago. Like Chicago didn't even fuck with rap music for a long time. I think it was the last on board, to be real. At least in the mainstream type of shit. They wasn't fucking with no rap. They was fucking with the house shit. So he dressed house. He went to house parties. I didn't understand it, bro. I was from the West Coast. We was on gangbang shit. This is what it was, bro. That's what it was with us. We was either on electronic music, Egyptian lover type shit, and bam, or gangster shit. But for me coming up, I really thought I was really, because I was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee. 6 months later, I was on the West Coast, but it's just like something about being birthed in a certain energy in a certain environment, whatever it is, you envelop that. Wherever you go, you got that. It doesn't matter. And a lot of the shit that I loved about East Coast hip hop, or just what it was the rawness and the it was just it was I don't know, man. It was inspiring for me artistically to see that shit, and I did graffiti art. I almost got caught on the train in Cali, trying to spray paint, and I got dudes, third rail dudes. Like a lot of people don't know Dilated People represent that era. The group Dilated People. Shout out to Irish Science
Evidence.
and the Bros, Babu, and
Evidence.
man,
Evidence.
evidence is the fucking truth, bro. I hate
Yeah,
the evidence. It's like evidence is the fucking truth, bro.
I agree.
Like the dude's beats is immaculate, but his songs, like, truth be told, bro. It was like one. It was crazy, man. I was doing I remember I was in the Abyss, and my bro M Boogie, he was like, man, from Irvine, California. He said, hey, bro, let me come through this joint. What I'm gonna do. He gave me the instrumental, right? And he said, come up with a title and write a song to it. So I came up with a title and wrote a song to it. Not that I did not know. He didn't tell me his idea. He put an LA dude, which was Irish Science, on the same project, gave him the same beat, but he didn't tell him come up with a title. He said, this is the title. Write your song to it. Next thing you know, there's a fucking CD with the cover on this guy, two mics boxing like we battling each other and we ain't even knowing, yo. It was like fucking crazy. I ended up having problems with Evidence because I did a song after that called Shroom Vision. I was trying to remember the song. And I didn't even write the hook to it, which, listen, I've written 99.9% of the majority of my shit. In this particular time, I didn't write the hook. The dude that produced the record, M Boogie, who did the cover to these two mics boxing, I wasn't feeling that. I'm gonna be super real. I wasn't feeling that because I didn't know, dude. And if I'm battling somebody, I at least gotta understand why, or back then at least. It was just like it was different. Now it's way different. But at the time I felt like I got suckered into a scenario, which is cool. But it was negative at first. It turned like those guys thought I had some issues with them because I didn't write the hook. And the hook went, I can see three of you, but you can't see me. Shroom Vision, I can see three of you, but you can't see me. I didn't even write that shit. He wrote that shit. And I didn't even think in my head, because I drink at English 800. I wasn't even, bro, I was young. I was just on, I'm trying to get on. I wasn't even thinking about the chess game that was being played. So when him writing, I said, I can see three of you. And Dilated People was DJ Babu, it was Rocker Irish Science, and Evidence. So, and here's the crazy thing. When I dropped my album, Grim Reality, it was before that, I had a 12-inch called How You Gonna Reason with a Cycle. I was going down the circuit on Sunset and dropping off my shit at all the little hip hop shops. Third Rail, Rocker Irish Science worked at the motherfucker. I gave him one, and he already knew what time it was with his career. The crazy shit, this is way before I did the shit with M Boogie. Right. So when I do this shit, and Dilated Peoples is now Dilated People. They weren't even that at the time. And it was like, he do that shit, and I'm at work. I'm working at some fucking, like Bally Total Fitness in the customer service shit, right? And a fool hit me up like, hey man, these dudes is upset because you dissed him. And I'm like, I had words in my rhymes where I said, something about I'm like the Dilated Peoples that lethally work the angles, and it was like, that rhyme was for that rhyme, and the next rhyme, I'm on another shit. But the rhyme start off, the next line goes, jerks get mangled because they rhyme senseless. My serial killer mode brings forensics. For some odd reason, somebody connected that with the lines prior and said, I was dissing them dudes. So for me, I'm live at a show and somebody, yeah, that's that dude that diss, I'm like, nigga, I ain't diss you niggas. What is you talking about? And to me, I was hanging around with I wasn't with no rap niggas. I was with some niggas that was really wanted to, they wasn't with that. It was LA shit. It was West Coast shit. It was not about rap shit at no flavor at all. Although they were supporting me, they wasn't with that rap shit. They was like looking at it like niggas, I'm like telling these niggas, I ain't even really, I'm not getting, I tell Irish Science that I get it, Irish hit me up. And I was like, bro, it was never nothing like that. And I think because of the prior record with the boxing glove, Smell Me, that created this energy for a small second of there's some competitive shit. I never even knew, when I heard Dilated People's Peanut Butter Wolf work the angles, the shit they was doing, I thought that was the hottest shit. It was no way I would ever want to diss those dudes. I was supportive of it. And then for it to come around, it just tells you how wicked the game is, bro.
Right.
The game is hella wicked, bro. So that was just a little short story.
Yeah, no.
I know it took a minute to get to it, but I had to go there.
I want you to, being in LA back
in the day, speak on the radio station KDAY. I mean, it's become infamous.
It is.
What was it like back in the day when it was, really hot?
Let me be real. Shout out to my man Greg Mack, the Mac Attack, who put it down for the DJs on the West Coast. I'm gonna shout out the DJs I can remember right off the top. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Big shout out to my man Bobcat. Used to be LL Cool J's DJ. Yeah, he helped produce I Need Love from LL Cool J. Look up Bobcat, Bobby Irvin. Big shout out to the man. Big salute, bro. All day, every day. Shout out to my man DJ Joe Cooley. Shout out to my man really that put me on before I even met Joe Cooley. My homie DJ Tony G. Straight the fuck up, Tony G. Cubana. First time I ate Cuban food was at his house. Like DJ Tony G, man. I don't think he get a lot of love as he should, but he's from the West Coast. But DJ Tony Tony A. Oh man, Julio G. First of all, Julio G was probably the most recognized dudes out of all the guys I'm about to name out. He's probably one of the, outside of Bobcat and DJ Battlecat, they're really the most recognized on major levels that's transcended those times and got to, these times, man. DJ Julio G. Julio G is probably the conduit for all the old heads, the Joe Cooleys and all that. He was able to get it to a commercial level and people. Shout out to DJ Julio G, man. I think everybody on the West Coast owes some sort of gratitude to DJ Julio G. At least on the southern side of it, at least in my opinion. I could be wrong. It is what it is, but I believe that I've studied the game for many years and studied what made things work and all that stuff like that, man. And it's like Julio G is one of the staple, like not even a staple, man. He's an icon to me. When I talk about iconic artists or iconic personalities from the West Coast that help build it to where the dudes that are flourishing now, if they don't give shouts to the Julio G's and certain people that was the cornerstone to help that shit, then that's on them. But I got a shout out, and I know Julio G through Tony fucking G, man. Tony G is just what it's like. Tony G, Tony Gonzalez, Tony G. Big shout out to you, Cubana. All right. So yeah, man. A lot of dudes like Gemini, DJ M Walk, who used to be Tone Loc's DJ, or even Young MC, DJ. People that but their records still, if you throw it on today, the motherfuckers will go crazy over that shit. No matter what, it's just that their history, just transcend time type of records. Man, there's so many different artists. I can name Ice-T. Shout out to Ice-T. Shout out to my brother, Kid Frost, man. Kid Frost. I mean, truth be told, Kid Frost is a dude I DJ for, man. It was crazy. I'm in a city called Fountain Valley, California, on the wheels of steel cutting because I was a DJ prior to all this shit. Ice-T walk in with two females with the shit with the dog collars wrapped around their shit. One of the chicks is Darlene. I knew Darlene before Ice-T knew Darlene.
Oh, for real?
He got a kid with the bro. On real. I'm not gonna go into why I know her. I'll just get into the PG form. I met her at Radio Tron. I used to my dude named Anthony Maben, which is called Scratch-Matic. He was from went to the same high school I went to, Cerritos High School. And my dude Juan Gibson, I think he went to Gar High School. These dudes is like real legit in the format of all this real, all that breaking, all that shit, Radio Tron, DJing, man. I could go into so much, but that's a whole nother fucking get down. But this dude brought me to the Radio Tron, right? And he hooked up with, a little, a situation. The situation, and me and my man Sean Jameson was there. Big shout out to my man Sean Jameson. Everything he doing. We in the car going back, and he bagged the old girl, and I didn't even, I didn't really, trip on it. But Darlene, her name was Darlene. She was cool as fuck, legit. She lived in Fullerton. I lived in Cerritos, which is like in the same fucking county, but like 10, 15 minutes over the, going east. So it was like she lived that way. She was fucking with the bros. They used to come pick me up from high school. She came scoop me up out of class one time. This is real on everything, on everything. Scoop me out of class. We drove, did everything. She was fucking with my nigga Antron like that. She was fucking with him, like hard body. This is before the Ice-T situation, right? And so when, years later, I'm on the 12s, I'm on the ones and twos, I'm cutting up the Big Beat by Billy Squire, that old shit. And I'm cutting the shit because I was a DJ. I was getting it on beat. Ice-T walk in with the two chicks with the dog collars on spikes. Like he got the fucking shit where he walked in and I'm like, oh shit, that's Darlene. Word up. And so I'm chopping it up. When Ice-T said, cut the record for me so you can rap. I saw that's easy work, bro. That's nothing. So I do the shit. Bam, bam, bam. He was like, man, I could plug you in with somebody that need a DJ. And his name was Kid Frost. It was Kid Frost. I used to tell people all the time, like, yeah, man, I was locked up in jail, nigga. I was like, in jail. I was like, man, bro, yeah, man, I DJ for Kid Frost. They looked at me like mentiroso. So they was calling me, they was like telling me I was a liar in Spanish, but they didn't know I knew Spanish. So I was like, bro, his name is Tootie, nigga, like for real. I fuck with dude, bro. Like the first time I ever came to Denver was way before LSP. I was out there with him and some lowrider shit. And it was like, who was on the bill? Carlos Santana was on the bill. Who the fuck else was on the bill? It's like crazy names at the time. I was a rap nigga. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't know none of that shit. Right. But he did. And it was huge. It was like this big ass, and now I know it's the Northwestern Complex. Shit was huge, bro. It's like all kind of lowriders, all War. Yes, War was there. War.
I love War.
Facts. I was trying to remember the name. War, my guy. Yes, bro. It's crazy. I came in, I was his DJ. I was Kid Frost's DJ. He let me get a rap in. Like 16 bar, and I got it in. But I got the I dressed like the dude from this group called UTFO. I had the ninja shit on. I had these Adidas with the thick ass stripe, the whole. But I was back and I was old school with it. I had these fucking laces, these fat laces. Every lace was this fat, bro. I was b-boy the fuck out. So it was like for real, bro. Like I've done so much shit. I mean, like, man, bro, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy that I'm still here, nigga. I'm telling you, bro. I'm like, I love life right now. I love it, bro. I love it, and I'm better at it right now. I'm better at my music. I'm better at my. I don't give a fuck about trying to be the best rapper alive, the most craziest lyricist. I've done all that shit, and it got me what? Nothing until then. And right now, I just do what I do, bro.
So the first time I heard you, I know was on the Rodney O and Joe Cooley song "Get Ready to Roll."
Get ready to roll, okay.
I remember buying that record right when it came out because I was familiar with Rodney O and Joe Cooley, and I can remember hearing your verse and
I'm getting ready to roll for the sole purpose to drop seconds. Down with my homies, got my back ready to chop, got my axe ready to chop. So I don't even remember but yeah, bro, yeah.
It really stuck out as being an ill verse. So I was keeping my eye out for, I looked at what the group, Insane Poetry, and that's when I found Grim Reality. Talk about making that
way different than that Rodney O shit.
Way different, yeah.
Way different. No hating, bro. No. They taught me a lot, bro. As a matter of fact, Joe got 2 production credits for on the Grim Reality album, bro. He did 2 joints. I was fired.
So what was the process like working on that first album, Grim Reality? I know it was put out by Nasty Mix.
The process was easier than you think because I had been working on that shit probably 2 years prior to me even getting to the point of doing it. Before I even started fucking with Rodney O, I was almost halfway done with the album, and I met Rodney O way before. A while. It was just freshly after Everlasting Bass, so it was like it was like Joe is the. You know who I met first? Actually, it was Joe Cooley because I was a DJ. Joe Cooley was that guy. We was all trying out to be a KDAY mix master. And I was at Santa Ana at the skate ranch at the time. They call it the skate ranch. Now it's some old fucking, what I don't even know what it is now. I ain't been there forever. But it was called a skate ranch. And it was like, that was a place where anybody from Orange County that had any kind of skill set, whether you break dance, whether you can't, not graffiti, but you either had to be good on the tables, and at the time, being the mic rap dude was kind of like it was just breaking through. It wasn't really like the DJ was way more important for a while. And I think at that time, it was right about on a 50-50, but you had to be dope on the mic. And that's what I'm saying. At that time, when I met Joe, it's crazy. I met Joe the same day I got back from rocking with Kid Frost. And we went to the skate ranch. And one of my New York dudes I went to high school with locked horns with Kid Frost. And he wanted to freestyle against Kid Frost. And I in battle rap terms, back in them days, Frost was a way bigger name. It was a battle he shouldn't have took because 1, he didn't know what angle dude was coming from. And 2, I did because I saw him kind of like eat somebody prior to that. And I knew he was with the business. And it was like, I didn't never see that kind of energy from Kid Frost. Kid was making records, bro. He wasn't trying to battle rap niggas. He was representing his culture. So it was like, salute to Kid Frost all day, every day, man. I hope everything is good. I know his son is out here. Snoop DeVille has done so much for the West Coast over the years, man. It's like, salute to all that, man. But truth be told, man, it's like I never looked at that as a legit battle. But when you step, if you take the challenge, you got to take what comes with the challenge. And Duke was just ready. And I don't think my guy was. And well, I'm saying, as far as Kid Frost wasn't ready that night for that type of scenario. And dude you could tell he was a hungry New Jersey rapper, bro. And he was an MC, and he knew how to control the crowd. And he took what was crazy. I'm gonna tell you something. This is why I learned some shit from this dude. From this very night. That's why I talk about the story all the time. I can tell people is that he took nobody who knew the fuck he was. There's probably 300 motherfuckers in the crowd that night. He took, and dude, Kid Frost is somebody that, he got the Raja out. He was hot. He was hot, bro. He was hot. My guy. And Kid Frost may or may not want to remember this. He doesn't matter. I know it. Dude. And when you rap against somebody, when you go first, you nail the coffin right off the top. If you go in your first round of anything, what you do, you go super in, because you got to let the crowd know you are there. 99, no, outside of me rooting for him to do well, just to do well, 99% of the crowd was just looking like Kid Frost. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I didn't think he had a chance. But the way he started the thing off, it was like, bro, he had the whole motherfuckers, like even motherfuckers that didn't want to give it up was laughing. Like, he just went in, bro. And I ain't gonna say, I remember the wives, I ain't gonna say it, because there's no disrespect to the bros. But at the same time, he was just ready to get that work in. He was very spontaneous. And that's what I'm saying. That's how far I go. I go back way back, bro.
So Grim Reality comes out. Next is Black Plague.
Yep.
Then when do the other members leave the group and you kind of change from being Psycho to Insane Poetry just being you?
Great question, bro. What's crazy? Hey, big shouts to you for that question. Nobody in my lifetime has even asked that question.
Really?
And I'm always wondered, if I was to ask a question to myself, that would have been one. Real talk, man. Good to you, brother. I'm gonna tell you something, man. And like I said, you can never be upset at another person's route change. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like other people have more prioritized goals, and they might be in this, when you come to a certain thing as a collective, and all of a sudden everybody says, well, what you want may not be what I want. And we're at an age where we're still, we didn't have kids yet. You know what I'm saying? It was like a whole bunch of different things. It's like people have their own thing, and I'm never gonna shit on their thing, man. I'm the one I started this shit. Mm-hmm. It wasn't. Let's be super real. The passion was for me from the gate. Everybody else was collectively brought on because I didn't know how to do it myself. Just to keep it 100, I wasn't fully equipped mentally to want to do it myself. I wasn't a man about the shit. I was still a boy, and I had my friends. I wanted my friends to be a part of it too. I just happened to be gifted at this shit. They might have been gifted at shit I couldn't do at all. And we all collectively fuck with each other. But when you get older, things become changed. People have kids, and and it's like, this is not my goal. This is not my end all be all. Like, they knew I slept in cars. I did the whole get down. I've done so much real shit that nobody could really even question if I'm loyal to the game or not. I am the game. That's real shit. That's real. I'm more amongst many souls that have laid down for this shit. I'm one of them. I can tell you when it really clicked off. It was like not Black Plague. It was after me and JP was doing Insane Poetry. And once you start doing shows, people start seeing visualize it. They didn't visualize Insane Poetry as a collective anymore. They visualized it as a singular. And it made my man feel a little out of, weird, you know what I'm saying? And at the time, I didn't help it either, so, and, so I can understand why things could, could when you're your own alpha, you can't. It's like being up under somebody is weird, bro. I'm just, like I fuck with Scum all day. That's my guy all day. That's all day. But I don't look at him like, I look at him like you're the owner of your shit. But we don't, like as human beings, I'm never looking at you higher than me or me higher than you. That's weird, bro. For me to be a grown ass man to look at another grown and like, I don't do that, bro. And that's the reason why I will get down for that dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I know at the end of the day, Lynch, all that, we all have to be our own businesses under the umbrella. And yeah, he's the owner of that umbrella. I get that. Nothing wrong with that. I support that. He do what other dudes don't want to do, bro. He in the trenches. Like I respect the fuck out of that more than some of these, like some generals want you to go out there and do the work. He out there doing the work, so you got to be in the trenches with him. And like if you got your own. I got mine. He got his, and we, it's like it's a different kind of level of get down, bro. And so that's my guy, bro, all the way through and through. I have a second career for this because of this dude, because he believed in what I was doing, bro, and others didn't. Others didn't fuck with me at one point. You know what I'm saying? Now they fucking with me. And I'm not shitting on it because you have to earn their respect. It's not like, oh yeah, I got it now. Like that's bullshit, bro. I had to earn that, yo. So I'm never gonna like, bro, I don't care if I'm gray all the way out. If I got you now, I got you. You know what? Because my shit legit. Iconic, bro.
So you brought up Scum. Talk about first meeting Scum and how you then came on board to LSP, because it really is a perfect marriage. You being with LSP, it makes a lot of sense.
Well, to be truthfully honest, Scum never recruited me. It was his homie. Okay. Fly. That's my solid. That's my he that Fly, Fiasco, True. A lot of dudes, boring. Some dudes that people don't give. I'm saying it. What's up right now? Those dudes were the backbone of LSP back in the day. So it was real. It was way more gangster shit than you really believe, bro. It was like it wasn't no like Scum wasn't fucking with certain shit for a minute, so he had to really be thorough to fuck around where he was getting shows at. Scum was dealing with some real time. I won't go into it, but he was dealing with some real time ass shit for a minute, man. So the early birds, the early dudes was with the business all the way. But when you get bigger, you get into more of a business state of mind, and you cannot have things that's gonna what I call jeopardize the brand. And that's just at the end of the day, and that's just business. Can't jeopardize the brand. So not to get back to I kind of lost your question. I'm sorry. If you could ask that one more time, because I really want to stay focused on that. But I just really wanted to get that point across too. I'm sorry.
It was just meeting Scum and then being brought on to LSP.
Okay, well, meeting Scum. Scum actually hit one of my dudes by the name of Freaks to see if he can get Insane Poetry to come out to a show. And at the time, my brother that's here right now, Greg Trey Dizzle, he had he was actually on our label, Grim Reality Entertainment. Big shouts to JP. This is, former shit. He received a call, so he thought, he could negotiate all of us, the whole group going out there. And I think Freaks didn't know the magnitude. He knew who I was, but he didn't understand the magnitude of what I do, because I'm just a regular dude. So when you meet me and you hang out with me, you forget that it's all of that shit that's cracked off. Probably he ain't know I fuck with Vanilla Ice prior to me fucking with him, ever knowing him. He ain't know I had fucked with, I've been doing this shit. Like, to that he heard, but he ain't know, oh, you got to oh, I heard from the homie, but he ain't no. So he kind of looked at it like, oh yeah, well, if you hook up, you get with Psycho, you gotta get us all. And Scum was like, no, I know who do this. I'm trying to get with him. So it ended up he left him alone. He got at me, and the rest was history. I came down there. Me and JP, we flew to Denver. We got to figure out what the Denver underground was, and it was so different than anything I had ever seen. And Cali, outside of going to a Run DMC concert, because for me, I never seen the underground with the it felt like a rock concert. I was like, I've been to punk concerts, rock concerts, seen all the shit, but it was rap shit I was dealing with. That was like the same vibe, but it was all rap. It was underground shit. So I was like, this shit is crazy. Scum got this shit on lock out here. And so it was really authentic, man. And it was like, that's how we met, bro. It was like, I think 15 years ago, like, between, I know 12 years ago, I moved out there. So it had to be about 15 years ago when I first went out there through him. And it was like, yeah, I think that was the first time me and Scum actually got busy. But it was like, once we got busy that one time, he liked how I got down. I stayed for every act. I got there 11 in the morning. The first act went on at noon, and I didn't go on to probably 10, 30, 11 at night. So, but I shook everybody's hand. Maybe I took a break here and there, very little. Shook everybody's hand that performed. He thought that was cool. It was like, I thought you was gonna be some deep ass dude. And I was nothing like that. I was more like him. So we hit it off right off top, and then we started working on one song. We did Generation X, our first song we did together, man, and the chemistry was there. Everybody saw it when we performed it. They saw it, and we did Trench Coat was a Trench Coat. You don't really want to see what I got tucked inside of
Yeah,
my
I know that song. Yep.
That's my shit. That's my shit. He hates performing. I love that shit. Then we did Soldier, and Soldier took us up, man. It went all the way upstairs, bro. As soon as we did that shit, it was up, bro. We've been, and then Triple, and years later, Triple MFD. Big shout out to him for even come up with the name, because I thought it was crazy. I was like, MMMFD. Fuck does that mean? He said, make my motherfucking day. And I was like, we in Colorado, make my day law. I was like, oh shit, salute, bro. And it's just like, it worked. It all worked, bro. It's just like, so salute to the bros, bro.
It's mad impressive what Scum built, from scratch. I got nothing but respect for him, man.
From the scrizzle, like script, like the old big fat woman, with the big blouse on that make fire ass the grandma that make the fire ass, the meal for everybody in the fam, whether she Irish, whether she black, it don't matter, bro. It's that woman. You know what I'm saying? It's that woman.
Right.
That's the shit, bro. I was like, yeah, man. I come up from that kind of energy.
So shows, I like to ask everyone if they have any crazy show memories. What's one or two memories of just something that bananas happened at a show?
Okay. I'm gonna say this right here. This is where everybody know that when I was younger, I was in Texas. Big shout out to my man Austin from Austin. I did, Scum, me and Scum we had a show. I think it was on one of our tours. I was fucking lit, drunk, passed out. I smoked too much weed downstairs. I'm passed out on the couch, bro. And all I can hear faintly in the back of my memory is, I don't know where Insane Poetry is. And like I can hear Scum, and I'm like, fuck that. I woke up out of a dead sleep after I heard that shit. And I was so energetic. Grabbed the mic and absolutely destroyed the fucking shit. Everybody in the building was like, God damn, bro, you was asleep. Like, seconds ago, and you murdered that shit, bro. Because it was just something. It's crazy when you're young, you can retain certain kind of shit. And my passion to kill the mic, kill the stage is just way different. It's just way different, you know. And it's like it kind of sucks right now because I'm older and my movement ain't the same as I really would like it to be.
Yeah, I understand.
My voice, I wish, because I had surgery on my neck, yo, man, 127,000. They like from here to here is all synthetic shit. Ain't even real bone structure. They had to take
Damn.
all that shit out. So I wasn't even supposed to be able to fucking rap no more, bro. A month and a half later, I was on tour doing my shit with Scum. We was doing the unsubs tour. I was like, fuck that, I'm gonna get well, kill it, man. And you know, and here we are still.
Mhm.
We still to this day.
And you've got to work with a lot of people. I know you talked about you're on that Vanilla Ice album, whether it
Yeah, that's
was
my guy.
Rodney O to, you know, LSP. Who were your favorite one or two people to collaborate with?
I can't say that, bro, because here's the real. I don't collaborate a lot anyway. So I can't put that in there. So everybody I collaborate with, to be 100% honest, it's a good question, but truthfully, man, I have a different vibe with everybody I work with. Most people I work with aren't celebrity rap niggas, bro. I don't fuck with that shit. You know, if they want to work with me and I want to work with them, I got something. I'm like, oh yeah, I feel that, and I work with it. I send it to them. If they fuck with it, they don't. They do, they don't. I don't. You know, and some shit I have sent off and hasn't came back. It wasn't the right one. So
Right.
I'm not mad at those people. I just got to make the right shit. But at the same time, I look at it like, man, I'm King Holloman, nigga. I don't need other niggas on my shit. What is I don't understand that thought process. Never have. I get it. I like people on my shit because I want them on it, not because I need them on it. That's just a whole nother different angle.
Right.
My brain don't compute, yo. It don't, bro. It never have, bro. Never have. I will never put you on my record because I need to.
Right.
That's weird. It's not happening.
Have you ever released either a verse, a song, even if it's a couple bars, that later on you regretted saying what you said?
Nope.
That's
Never.
good.
Never. Here's the thing: you gotta stand on your shit. Don't release a drunk, not sober. What? Stand on your shit, bro. Hey, come on, bro. I was way more standing on my shit back then because I was with the funk, bro. It was like I was with the funk. I was with niggas with the funk. You cannot be not with the funk if you was around that kind of energy, bro. I was with the funk. I wasn't trying to start no funk. Now there's a whole nother different level of being with the funk. You can like if it came that way, we was with the shits, bro. I was with those dudes that was with the shits, but they was like about, hey, bro, that shit is early. That's low hanging fruit to be that way. Let's do this. You talented. Let's fuck with you. Let's see what it is. You know, it was different, bro. Straight up, straight the fuck up, bro. Yeah.
So now I want to do, it's something I call this or that. It's just
Okay.
basic hip hop questions. I'm going to give you two choices and pick what you think is the better choice.
Okay.
The choice is yours. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with
So I'm doing albums.
Okay.
Insane Poetry, Grim Reality, or Black Plague?
Ew. Woo. Okay. Classic. They both classics. They both the dichotomy of two sides of them. So it's like real shit. Grim Reality is way what created my career. Black Plague was what I was involved, bro. I was involved. So that record sounds like the way it sounds because I was involved and the people I was with was way more entrenched into that energy. So I'm just gonna say they both had their equal parallel universe.
How about Ice-T's Power or OG Original Gangster?
I'm gonna say Power. I'm gonna say Power.
How about Public Enemy, Nation of Millions, or Fear of a Black Planet?
Nation of Millions. We ain't even gotta go there, bro. Like Public Enemy can never outdo Nation of Millions. And it's not like Silver Black Planet had its thing, but Nation of Millions from start to finish. It was sonically, conceptually, it's like nothing is I've never heard another record fucking with that. Not as far as in those, in that degree of that lane, we're talking this conscious shit and putting it out. Nothing is fucking with Public Enemies takes a nation of millions.
How about West Coast producers, Ant Banks or DJ Quick?
Oh shit, Ant Banks, no, hell no. I love Ant Banks, bro. Big shouts to Ant Banks, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but Quick is that guy, bro. There's no question. That's a candle to the sun on that one for me. You should have said EA Ski.
EA Ski's the shit.
You would have been more prior. I would have gave you a little bit more props with EA Ski.
East Coast producers, DJ Premier or Pete Rock?
Oh, Premier, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And listen, I watch Pete Rock shit all the time. I love Pete Rock shit. I love what Pete Rock. Here's the thing. Pete Rock reminds me of something I would listen to Busta Rhymes, Q-Tip, Jungle Brothers, that type shit. Tribe Called Quest. You know what I mean? Money Love, Queen Latifah, that's the jump off when I think of that. Even though, bros, he did the song that got a lot of weight with was more thorough street dude. I just really feel like Pete Rock's music kind of remind me of that Heavy D, all them, big rest in peace, Heavy D, that era, like that era, Chubb Rock and all that. Premier, bro, Premier is thoroughly gutter, bro, with his beats. Thoroughly gutter. And it's like, for some odd reason, his shit still, like, I would think Large Professor probably would still be cracking right now. I know he got shit. Daddy O got shit from Stetson. Right. I know they still working. But I'm just saying, like dudes like Hit Boy has figured out how to mold the modern shit with the boom bap shit and create that energy.
Well, that's what I got. Do you want to let the people know where they can get at you? Social media, all that stuff?
Social media, Insane Poetry on the Facebook. On the YouTube, it's Insane Poetry TV. Be sure to check in Insane Poetry 29 LSP. And you can get to my Insane Poetry TV from there. Go to my Instagram, and that's The Real Insane Poetry. I had to change it to The Real because by the time I heard about Instagram, some fool was trying to, do what he do and all that. So I had to put The Real Insane Poetry, or whatever it is what is it? Instagram.com/ The Real Insane Poetry, and then I come up. You see me, except my beard is black. I ain't did an update yet. But all the accessible social media outlets I'm on. Album is out. Wicked Calligraphy is my latest album that's out. I just completed the new album, Violent Art, the album. I had an EP put out about 5 years ago of Violent Art. This one is the album. It is very much it's my favorite shit I've done. Also, it comes out in 2 months in mid-July, or mid-June, excuse me.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out. It means a lot.
Hey, salute to everybody. Hey, thank you for joining in. Still a B-Boy podcast with your man, Insane Poetry. Big shout out, No Mercy. Lay them all on the floor. Duct tape, tie them up, lock all the doors. You know what I'm saying? Word up.
All right, man. Take care.
Take care, brother. You take care. Yes,
have a good
peace. All right, bro.
How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? Tell me how in the world you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? Now tell me, how you gonna reason with a psycho? This is a song from a gruesome rapper, written from the blood of the psycho himself. One maniac brother, headhunter, vision of a beast, the priest's worst nightmare, brought to life at the midnight hour on the darkest night on earth. A mother gave birth in the surroundings of a hungry animal sector. Some say my father was Hannibal Lecter. Only mom knows the truth about me. Only her soul can set my soul free from the demented mind I carry. I keep getting crazy visions in my head of robbers dead. At age 5, I started threatening lives, using ropes, chains, and even butcher Revolutionized, not a normal kid is what I did from being born. Playing with tarot cards and Ouija boards. Young psycho growing up straight wicked. You just ask yourself, why do I act like that? Ask my mom, she might know, but she'll tell you how you gonna reason with a psycho. How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? Tell me how in the world you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? Tell me how in the world you gonna reason with a psycho? I'm a serial killer on the loose, yes, and the cops don't know where I'ma strike next. Last house I left was a nice hit. Stabbed the sucker 30 times with an ice pick. 9/11 looked baffled, between perplexed at the sight of a bloody body that gave me the shits. It's a massive style murder, you know. And one time can't figure out my MO. Grimbo was a slab with a tag on his feet, on a stretcher covered by a white sheet. I just spotted the next house for the slaughter. Better pray that your daughter ain't at her crib. I just wait and creep with the patience, laying low in her basement. She got caught slipping, taking a bubble bath. Drug her down the stairs, tied her ass up to a wooden chair. Then she knew I was a psychotic lunatic, begging and pleading for a life, then help a bit. I came to kill for a thrill, not for your wealth. Before I cut your throat, just ask yourself, how you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? Tell me how in the world you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? Tell me how you gonna reason with a psychotic lunatic? Yeah, I'm a maniac psycho. Yeah, I'm a maniac psycho. Yeah, I'm a maniac psycho. Yeah, how you gonna reason with a maniac psycho? June 6th, the 6th month, at 6 p.m., that's when the mayhem will begin. I haven't done a homicide in 12 days. Now I'm riding down the streets of L.A., packing a 10 double M ready to let off. Just itching to blow somebody's head off. People pass, but I'm looking for a bigger score. Oh shit, I spot an open liquor store. Park the car, step in with a big coat. Walk to the back, put my chin to a nigga's throat. Boom, was the sound, the sucker fell down. Like he forgot he had an appointment with the ground. The cashier hit the lumber, got caught. Put my chin to his head and said, what you thought? He saw my piece with bullets unsurmountable. Don't make a move, I put your brains on a counter, fool. Open your mouth. I shut a pistol down his throat. The sucker just shook like a scared goat. I ain't no mercy given or even felt. Before I blow your motherfucking head off, ask yourself, how you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? Tell me how in the world you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? How you gonna reason with a psycho? Tell me how in the world you gonna reason with a psycho? Grim Reality's the name of the LP, written by the psycho streaking MD. Insane poetry, bringing you one step closer to the edge of insanity. This is just a smidgen of what the album's like, G. And I'm stalking with the night breed. Never stopping till the suckers is all dead. Two serial rap killers with ball heads. Plus I'm dropping body chopping lyrics for the suckers out there who are rap critics. So let's soak in the madness of the rhyme. But so much scared of that because of the terror tracks. And these lyrics are straight graphic. Plus I'm swinging the mic like it's a hatchet, cutting up the grooves, G. Yo, listening to my lyrics is like watching a horror movie. Terror beyond control, unleashing the fury of 1,000 crazy souls. The morbid mind of a basket case with the word death written on my face. Yo, place my unholy doctrine by the dead and then forgotten suckers lying right under the earth. Mama gave birth to a psycho. Now that you know me, how you gonna reason with a psycho? Psycho, psycho, psycho.